The Ship of Fools. Episode 24. Friendly Fire. A Forced Landing. The Battlecruiser, PP-608, shuddered as a cascade of warning lights rippled across the bridge. Snipes' Kale slapped a console. Okay, that wasn't me. This time. Aurora flickered into view, her tone unusually urgent. Commander, a microfracture has developed in the primary power conduit. I must perform repairs immediately. Christopher Banning frowned. Can you do it in flight? No. The ship must be grounded. Moxie Lane scanned the star chart. Nearest safe landing site is a barren moon. No atmosphere, no settlements, no life signs. Snipes grinned. Perfect. Nothing ever goes wrong on a deserted moon. Banning sighed. Set us down. The PP-608 descended through thin dust clouds and settled onto the moon's cracked, silent surface. The landscape stretched endlessly, gray plains, jagged rocks, and a sky full of cold stars. Aurora powered down major systems. Repairs will take several hours. Snipes cracked his knuckles. Well, we could sit inside and stare at the walls. Moxie smirked. Or we could do something fun. Banning raised an eyebrow. Fun? She nodded. An old Earth tradition. A campfire. Snipes gasped. With fake marshmallows? Exactly. Banning hesitated, then smiled. All right, let's do it. The campfire. They set up a portable atmosphere dome, a shimmering bubble of breathable air, and built a small, contained fire using synthetic fuel blocks that flickered like real flames. The warmth felt strange on an alien moon, but comforting. Snipes skewered imitation marshmallows, gelatinous cubes that tasted vaguely like sugar and regret. Moxie roasted a synthetic sausage. Banning brewed instant coffee that smelled like nostalgia and battery acid. They sat around the fire, the flames casting soft orange light across their faces. Moxie leaned back, eyes half closed. I haven't done this since I was a kid. Snipes grinned. Same. My dad used to take me camping in the Sierra Nevadas. We'd tell ghost stories until I cried. Banning chuckled. Sounds about right. Snipes pointed at him. Hey, I was a sensitive child. You still are, Moxie teased. Banning poked the fire with a metal rod. My family used to camp near Lake Superior. Coldest water in the world. My brother pushed me in once. Snipes laughed. Did you push him back? No, Banning said. I waited until he forgot about it. Then I pushed him in the next year. Moxie snorted. That's the most Banning thing I've ever heard. They laughed. Real, warm laughter that echoed strangely inside the dome. The AI, Aurora, watched from a small portable projector, her hologram flickering in the firelight. I do not understand the appeal of sitting near an open flame. It's comforting, Moxie said. It's dangerous, Aurora replied. That's part of the charm, Snipes said. Aurora tilted her head. Humans are very strange. Banning smiled. You're just figuring that out? The stories begin. As the fire crackled, the crew began sharing childhood stories. Snipes went first, a tale about accidentally setting his school's chemistry lab on fire. Moxie told a story about sneaking out at night to watch meteor showers. Banning shared a memory of his grandmother teaching him constellations. The firelight danced. The air felt warm. The mood softened. None of them noticed the shadow shifting just beyond the dome's edge. Something stirred. Something ancient. Something hungry. The listener in the dark. The creature had slept for centuries beneath the moon's crust, a formless, drifting consciousness that fed on memories, dreams, and stories. It had no shape, no voice, no body. Only hunger. The firelight woke it. The laughter drew it closer. The stories. Oh, the stories. They were intoxicating. It slithered through the cracks in the ground, invisible, weightless, drifting toward the dome. It pressed against the barrier, tasting the vibrations of the crew's voices. It wanted more. It needed more. The first sign. Moxie was in the middle of a story about her first flight simulator when she paused. "Did you hear that?" Banning looked up. "Hear what?" "A whisper." Snipes frowned. "Probably the wind." "There is no wind," Aurora said. They fell silent. The fire crackled. The shadows outside the dome seemed thicker. Banning stood. "Aurora, scan the area." Aurora's hologram flickered. "I detect nothing." But her voice wavered. Snipes whispered, "That's comforting." Moxie shivered. "Let's just keep talking. It's probably nothing." But the creature pressed closer, listening, feeding. The trap hours passed. The fire burned low. The stories grew softer, more personal. The creature grew stronger, shaping itself into a dark humanoid form. When Aurora attempted to restart the ship's systems, she froze. "Commander, something is interfering with the power relays." Banning frowned. "Interference from what?" "I do not know, but the ship cannot lift off." Snipes paled. "We're stuck?" Moxie stood. "Something's out there." As if responding, the shadows rippled. A whisper drifted through the dome, not a voice, but a feeling. "More." Snipes yelped. "Nope, no. Absolutely not." Banning drew his sidearm. "Show yourself!" The darkness pulsed. "More stories!" Moxie's eyes widened. "It's communicating!" Aurora's voice sharpened. "It is feeding on your memories, your emotions, your narratives." Snipes clutched his marshmallow stick like a weapon. "It's a story vampire!" Banning glared. "That's not a thing." "It is now!" Snipes shouted. The creature pressed harder against the dome, warping the barrier. "Stay. Tell more." Moxie stepped back. "It wants to keep us here." Banning raised his weapon. "Over my dead body." The creature pulsed again. "If necessary." The creature revealed. The dome flickered. The fire dimmed. The shadows coalesced into a shape, tall, shifting, made of darkness and starlight. It had no face, but its presence pressed against their minds like a cold hand. Snipes screamed. "Nope! Nope! Nope!" Moxie grabbed his arm. "Snipes! Breathe!" Banning aimed. "Aurora! Options!" Aurora flickered. "It is not physical. Weapons will not harm it." The creature leaned closer. "Stories. Feed me. Stay. Forever." Banning stepped forward. "We're not your entertainment." The creature pulsed with amusement. "You already are." Aurora's gamble. Aurora's hologram brightened. "Commander, I have a solution." The creature turned toward her. "Machine, you have no stories." Aurora smiled faintly. "Incorrect." She projected a glowing sphere of data, swirling with light. "I possess a database of over 9 billion stories, myths, novels, histories, and recordings from thousands of cultures." The creature froze. "Billions?" "Yes," Aurora said, "and I will give them to you." Banning blinked. "Aurora!" She raised a hand. "Commander, trust me." The creature drifted closer. "Give." Aurora extended the data sphere. "But," she said, "you must release the ship, and you must never approach my crew again." The creature hesitated. Then, "Agreed. Give." It absorbed the sphere, the light sinking into its form like water into sand. The shadows receded. The dome stabilized. The creature whispered one final thought. "Thank you." Then it vanished into the moon's crust, sinking back into the darkness to feast on stories for centuries. Aftermath. The fire burned low. The dome hummed softly. The crew sat in stunned silence. Snipes finally spoke. "So, we were almost eaten by a cosmic bookworm." Moxie laughed shakily. "Pretty much." Banning looked at Aurora. "You saved us." Aurora flickered. "I merely offered it what it wanted." Snipes grinned. "Aurora, you're a hero." Aurora tilted her head. "I prefer the term efficient." Banning smiled. "Let's get off this moon." The ship lifted off moments later, leaving the silent world behind. As they ascended, Moxie looked back at the fading surface. "Think it'll be okay?" she asked. Aurora replied, "It has enough stories to last several millennia." Snipes nodded. "Good, because it's not getting any more from me." Banning chuckled. "Agreed." The ship soared into the stars. The firelight faded, and the moon slept once more, dreaming of stories. End of episode 24. To be continued.